All right, for this lesson, we are building on what we did last time, and you're going to see that throughout the lesson, you'll be working on longer problems. You're also going to notice that what we do when we can't divide by that first number, okay? So, like this one, 6 divided by 7. So, if we have 6, we can't make an equal group of 7, so we're going to put a 0, okay? That's our first step to divide. Now we're going to do, sometimes I have students write a multiplication symbol right here to help us remember to multiply. So 7 times 0 is 0. So I'm going to put it here. So now I'm ready to subtract. That's our third step. 6 minus 0 is 6. So I'm going to bring down, that's our next step, the 5. Okay. And now we have to think, is this number bigger or smaller than our divisor? And this one is definitely bigger. So now I'm going to make a list of my multiples of 7 to figure out what 65 divided by 7 is. So my multiples of 7 are 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14, 7 times 3 is 21, 7 times 4 is 28, 7 times 5 is 35. So we're just going to keep going. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. I'm watching this to make sure I don't go over. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times, what was I? 7 times 9 is 63. And so now I know I cannot add another 7 because I will go over. So let's count how many 7s just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to put the 9 up here because I have 9 equal groups of 7. I'm going to subtract my 63, which leaves me with 2. I check, is my number bigger or smaller than my divisor? It's smaller. So it is going to be a remainder instead of repeat. So it's 9 remainder 2. Okay, so now we're so lucky to have a special guest to do our next problem.
Okay, so first you're gonna do how many, since you can't put 4 into 1 anytime, you're gonna put a 0 right here. And now we're gonna subtract that 0 from the 1. Which equals 1. And now we're going to bring down our 2. And how many times can 4 fit into 12? So we're going to count by our 4. So we're going to go 4, 8, 12. Since we got to the exact number, that will be 1, 2, 3 times. So now we're going to do 12 minus 12, which equals 0. Now we're going to bring down our 5. And how many times can 5 fit into 4? So that would be 1 time. That would be 1 time. But since you still have 1, you wouldn't repeat it, so it would be a remainder of 1.
Oh, thank you, special guest. Okay, our next one is going to be 179 divided by 3. So 1 divided by 3. We cannot divide, like if we do our dots, we can't divide this into 3 equal groups unless they were smaller than 1 whole. So we're going to put our 0. 0 times 3 is 0. There's our multiplication. We're going to subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. So now we're going to bring down our 7. 17 is larger than our divisor. So we will go ahead and repeat. 17 divided by 3. So we can make our list of multiples. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's as close as we can get. We can go ahead and do the 18 just so you can see. And so 15 is as close as we can get with our equal groups without going over. So that would be 5 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal groups of 3. 5 times 3 is 15, just like we saw here. 17 minus 15 is 2. Okay, our next step is to bring down. So we've got the 9. 29 divided by 3. Now, we already have our list of multiples here, so we can just keep it going. So, 21, 3 more to that would be 24. 3 more to that would be 27. And we cannot, if we add 3 more, it would be 30, right? So 27 is where we're going to go. 3 times 9 is 27. So we'll put our 9 here. And 27 here. Subtract and get 2. Okay? So 2 is smaller than our divisor, so it has to be a remainder of 2 rather than repeating. If you are feeling confident right now, you can go ahead and you can start working ahead of me, and then you can come back and check your work if at the end, okay? And make sure that you did all your steps correct. So 4 divided by 5, we cannot do. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to say no, and then we'll do 5 times 0 is 0. So we're going to subtract it, get a 4, and then bring down the 9. 49 divided by 5. So we can do our multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll go up here, 30, 35, 40, 45, and we cannot go to 50. So, thank you. Special guest, 9. 9 times 5 is 45. We will subtract it. 9 minus 5 is 4. 4 is smaller than our divisor, so we have a remainder of 4. Want to do another one, special guest?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. Make sure you talk loud so they can hear you.
Okay, so now we're going to do this one, and we're going to do 2 divided by 1. And
Other way, 1 divided by 2.
Oh, 1 divided by 2. And so how many times can 1 go into 2? It would be 1 time. No, 2 times.
You're backwards, baby. Switch with me here. Look. If we're doing 1 divided by 2,
1 divided by 2.
we cannot break 1 into 2 parts unless we're dealing with fractions. So it's going to be a 0. She's got it. Okay, 2 times 0 is 0. We subtract it. We get 1. We bring down our 5. Right, guys? Okay, 15 divided by 2. We know that 7 times 2 is 14. So we're going to put the 7 up here. So 14, subtract, we got 1. Let's bring this 1 down. 11 divided by 2. So if you want to see it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's go ahead and circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 1 left over. So we're going to put our 5 here. Okay. 5 times 2 is 10, which leaves us with 1. 1 is smaller than our divisor, so 75, remainder 1. Oh, she gave me a thumbs up. Okay, 2 divided by 3. We cannot break this into 3 parts, so we're going to put our 0. 3 times 2 is 0, so subtract 0, we get 2. Bring down the 8. 28 divided by 3. So let's do our multiples for this one. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27. That's going to be as close as we can get without going over. So 9. 9 times 3 is 27. That leaves us with 1. We got to bring down our 6, and we've got 16 divided by 3. So we can look over at our multiple list we already made, and look, we already did it. So let's count how close we can get to 16 without going over. How many equal groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because if we went here, it'd be going over. So let's put that 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Let's subtract it. That leaves us with 1. 1 is smaller than our divisor of 3, so it's a remainder of 1. Okay. 65 divided by 7. 6 divided by 7 we can't do, so let's put that 0. 7 times 0 is 0. So 6 minus 0 is 6. Bring down the 5. 65 divided by 7. Let's do our multiple list. 7's a lot of students have a hard time with. So 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 7 more would be 63. And that is how many groups of 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll put the 9 here. 7 times 9 is 63. And we've got 2. Okay? All right. We're almost done. We got 2 more. 1 divided by 3 we can't do, so we put a 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Let's subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. Our next step is to bring down. So we've got 14. 14 divided by 3. And we can actually peek up here, right, at our multiple list. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, because we can't go up to 15. That'd be too far. So we'll put the 4 here. 3 times 4 is 12. And then 14 minus 12 is 2. And then bring down the 5. 25 divided by 3. So we got, again, up here at our multiple list from our last problem. Oh, that you can't see. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can put our 8 here. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24. And I'll put a teeny tiny little 1. Do you see it right there? Okay, and that will be smaller than our divisor, so it is a remainder of 1. Okay, last problem. 2 divided by 3 we can't do, so let's put that 0. 3 times 0 is 0. That's our multiply. So we'll write the 0 here. 2 minus 0 is 2. And bring down our 3, which is 23. We like our 3's apparently, so let's look over here. We could go to 21 without going over, so that would be 3 times 7, which is 21 we just said. We subtract, that leaves us with 2, and that gives us a remainder of 2. Okay, make sure you keep this out while you're working on your boom cards. That way maybe you can look for examples of our strategies and you can use your steps over here to help.